Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback from the University of Illinois.
And as we begin Week 2 in the NFL, he was truly one of the top stories around the league. What a debut. Didn't look phased at all, handled everything with poise and grace, and played through in a big way. I can't wait to see what the defenses throw at him this week and see how he adjusts.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Tracy going to get it on 1st down. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. 3rd down. Here's Tracy. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Flush to his right. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 2nd down, here's Tracy. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. It's the fullback. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Giants put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
And how about the toughness of Dak Prescott? We see it all the time on the field. And remember when he had that serious ankle injury, would he return to form? Boy, did he ever. And he was better than ever, and that's great for the NFL. Terrific resilience, playing at a high level, capable of winning a championship with his arm and his legs.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Prescott, slant pass, it's Ferguson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The numbers for him from a week ago, 8 catches, 76 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit, and this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Prescott now. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here is 3rd down and 4. Prescott. Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Here's Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Underwood. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. This defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Daniel Whelan now. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
This is 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. Leach. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage after the catch as that played good for 30 and a 1st. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them, because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. Eluding the press. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York set to take the field. Throwing to start the drive. Leach. That's caught left side by Neighbors. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Tracy trying the right side. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. The Giants at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
7 yards there and a first down.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Throwing on first down. Leach. High throw, but the catch is made. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2nd and 9. Right back to Tracy. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. 2nd down, Prescott. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Up the middle they go. It's Underwood. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's got some space here. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. On the give, it's Tracy. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Tyreek Hill, well over 100 yards receiving, and a touchdown catch as well. From there, we head down south to Tampa to check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And they were losers in that ball game as they fall to the visiting Washington Commanders. Jaden Daniels, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. And finally, Monday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
A first down throw for Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Prescott to throw it. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Jonathan Allen busting through to get him for a loss of 6. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Underwood. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Looking to throw on second down. Leach. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And his throw is incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They'll hand it to Tracy. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Back to throw. Leach. That is caught. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th.
A nice throw right there. And Charles, this is game number 2 in the NFL for this young rookie. His guys getting the victory last week, and he played pretty well by most accounts. Curious, what did you see?
I saw something similar to what you described, Brandon, because I saw a guy who looked the part, a guy who was in command, not just with the touchdown passes, but definitely looked to be in control of the offense as well. And you and I both know that's often uncommon for a rookie quarterback.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. To throw on second down. Leach. And that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On third down. Leach. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown.
Malik Neighbors,
his second touchdown on the season.
And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
On play action, Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. Now Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. They score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a first down. Off play action. Leach sliding out of the pocket. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mack Wilson. And the Cowboys are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable, and there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 2.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. On 1st and 10, Leach.
Over the middle, caught by Bellinger.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Looking to throw. Leach.
Throw right side, taken in by Bellinger.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Giants are on their way to a 2-0 start. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Looking to throw, Prescott. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snapped, and they're there and end up making the play.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and they're going to have a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, it's Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. To throw is Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that one falls incomplete, breaking his string of 7 straight passes completed.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Quick throw there is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same.
Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
He's going to let it go again, and this is caught. Touchdown! A great play there. 41 yards. And the Giants up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days. Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new. It worked there. First down, Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6.
Throwing, Prescott.
Going right back to Ferguson.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here comes third and the length of the football.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted.
Still going. And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Giants, they use the favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.
today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. He'll drop to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
Well, this defense for the Giants very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis on offense.
Under pressure, and down he goes.
Dexter Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. What a great job getting pressure here on the first drive. 3 plays and already 2 sacks.
And that pressure has been intense right from the beginning. And I'm telling you, if they don't make an adjustment in play calling and protection, it'll go from intense to relentless.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game.
They'll be led out by their rookie quarterback from the University of Illinois.
And we're talking about a young man who's been the talk of the NFL here in September. Came in and looked right at home. His team's 2-0. He's playing well. What's the big thing for him now, though? Not to become complacent. And I think the coaching staff has been working on exactly that.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. Able to push his way through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, Leach. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And that play came together really well for them as he found open space, makes the catch, and gets down to the 1-yard line. You know he's kicking himself right now. He thought he had a chance to get a touchdown and put that in his ledger. Instead, his team gets a chance to cash in over these next few plays.
On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Second and 10.
Now a first carry for their fullback. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And quickly they get to the line.
Here's Tracy.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And a long run there in the end to top it off. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
You talk about this Giant defense.
It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
2nd and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Broncos are an extra point away from drawing level.
The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Leach. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. These two teams all tied after one. On the ground, here comes Tracy. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 60 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll go again with Tracy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Denver's offense now set to go. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. And Shaheed going to go in motion. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dexter Lawrence able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down. On the run is Tracy. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down. Looking to throw. Leach. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. He couldn't escape the pressure, and they go backwards in a big way there on the sack. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. Back to throw. Leach. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Off the play fake. Leach. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. His throw incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that one, that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith.
And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
He's got Bellinger.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on first down. Leach. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Daniel Bellinger,
as the first half is winding down.
And the Giants will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They go play action here on first down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Oh, and that is incomplete. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where you see the final score there. Jalen Hurts, sharp in the victory, as his guys bounce back from a tough start to the year to claim victory number 1. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And that one is at halftime, as they've got the lead over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. 2 touchdown passes there for A.J. McCarron. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And they were winners in that ball game as they beat the visiting Washington Commanders. C.D. Lamb, a career afternoon, 4 touchdown catches.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. Looking to throw. Leach. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it to slot receivers? But the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there. Showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
On first down, Tracy. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 119 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Now a give right side. Tracy.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10, Leach. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
2nd and a couple.
Now back to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dexter Lawrence. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And his kick is indeed good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18.
Well, for almost 8 years, 64 stood as the NFL record for the longest field goal. That has since been eclipsed. It's now 66, but still 64-yarder. Pretty impressive, CD.
Absolutely agree with that, because if you drill a 60-yarder in an NFL game, you've got a lot to be proud of, record or no record. And only a handful of guys can even attempt it. Excellent job there, putting that one through the pipes.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
Yeah, it's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors.
And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's taken in by Dulcich.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got it.
And the Broncos are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
And they'll run again.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. A give to the fullback on the dive. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Back to throw. Leach working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. They'll run on 1st down. Tracy, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Leach.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line. Back to throw. Leach. This is caught.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point attempt to follow here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Catch made by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That ball caught by Slayton. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. They'll look to throw again. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, Leach. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Leach toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, They've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
So it's a win here for the Giants, and it was their quarterback who led the way, Charles. Pretty impressive play for a rookie.
Yeah, the numbers don't jump off the page, but he was a steady influence back there. He had a couple of touchdown passes on the afternoon. His guys rallied around him, and they're going to come away victorious.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Denver, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.